I got something that we could talk about today, coming from Proverbs 3, chapter 5, chapter 3, verse 5 through 6. It say, "Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path." Well, what I want to talk about is this thing called controlling, having control of my life. So many people walking around here say, well, I have control of my life. Do you see I got everything going for myself? But when push comes to shove, or when we find ourselves in a condemned situation, we don't know what to do. And it's crazy. So for me to say I have control of my life, therefore I will know what to do in all situations, in all areas in my life. Anything that I'm facing, I will know what to do. Why? Because I have control of myself. But see, that's the problem. Not all got control of their own life. Well, I have control of my own life because guess what? I stopped depending on myself and start depending on God. See, I stopped trusting in myself and start trusting in the flesh, and I just start trusting in the Lord. Once again, the word of God say, "Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding." I know when I come against problems in my life that I cannot fight on my own, or when I come into a situation or circumstance that I do not know the answers to, I have control of my life because guess what? I know what to do with those problems. I cast them upon the Lord. The word of God saying in 1 Peter chapter 5:7, it said, "Cast all their cares upon me because I cares for you." But when I'm facing a condemned situation, or if I'm facing a circumstance or a dark situation, I know what to do in these situations. Why? Because I trust not in my own self. I trust not in man, because man could be deceiving just as well as our own heart can be deceiving. In these areas of life, I learned how to trust in God, depend on God, and lean on God. So when I'm facing these condemned situations, what I do is I call upon the Lord. I trust in the Lord. I depend on the Lord. I get on my knees. I pray, and I have my conversation with my Lord. Anything I ask for, I believe according to His will. So my brother, when we go along and walk around here and say we got control of ourselves, or control of our life, that means therefore we should know what to do when we facing a situation in our life. And my thing is this here: why is we fighting battles that has already been won? Once again, why is we fighting battles that has already been won? We fighting battles that God has already won, but we still out here trying to do it our way, my way, and not His way, or not, it's the highway. But apparently we fighting these situations according to our own understanding, but we not leaning on His understanding, or acknowledge Him in all our ways, or acknowledge Him in all that we do. Because if we was acknowledge Him in all that we do, guess what? We would not be fighting these battles that has already been won. David say this battle is the Lord. Guess what? Most of our battles in our life, most of our trial, tribulation, situations, circumstances is the Lord. And most of the areas in our life that we is fighting, these battles that we is fighting has already been won. Because it's been the Lord the whole time. Sometimes God allow us to go through a situation where we can trust in Him, where we can depend on Him and lean on Him. Sometimes God allow us to go through a situation where we can, guess what, acknowledge Him. Because when we to our lowest, then when all things become realistic to us. When you at your lowest, that's when we start depending in brothers. Start depending on our sisters. We start depending on our girlfriend, our mothers, our fathers. We start depending on our homeboys and homegirls. And then we start depending on God. Cause it's amazing how we could be at our lowest in life, and look up and see God in His highest. But my brother, when the next time we say we got control of our life, ask yourself, hey, am I really controlling my life? Do I really got control of my life? Because if I do, why am I going through these things without having knowledge of how to handle it? Apparently, we don't got control of our life. So let us start trusting, depending, and start putting our faith in the Almighty One. I'm sorry, but it's time for a change.